Imagine stepping into your tiny backyard and discovering it feels twice as big, without moving a single fence. Today on Luxury Home Decor, I'm sharing compact landscaping ideas that stretch space using design secrets like layered heights, borrowed views, and multipurpose pieces. We'll blend seasonal color, budget-friendly tricks, and smart planning so your small outdoor area becomes a relaxing retreat, a chic entertaining spot, and a productive garden all at once. Let's unlock every square inch. Start with a strong layout. Think of your yard like a studio apartment outdoors. Zones for lounging, dining, and greenery. Use a slim bench backed by tall planters to create separation without walls. Keep pathways narrow but continuous to encourage circulation. Then anchor the farthest corner with a focal point. That draw elongates sightlines, making space feel deeper. Keep furniture light-legged and raised slightly, allowing air and light to pass, which visually declutters everything. Vertical gardening is your best friend. Trellises, wall pockets, or cable systems let vines and herbs climb instead of sprawl. Train jasmine, star potato vine, or climbing roses for seasonal fragrance. Then intersperse edible climbers like beans for budget-friendly harvests. Mount shelves to stage trailing plants at varying heights, forming a lush backdrop that doubles as a privacy screen. Repeat plant varieties in vertical columns to reduce visual noise and create rhythm, a timeless design principle. Choose a restrained color palette that complements your home's exterior. Cool tones, sage, charcoal, and soft white, recede and make boundaries feel further away. Warm accents, terracotta, brass, or blush, add energy where you want attention. Apply the 60-30-10 rule. 60% base, 30% secondary, 10% accent. Echo your indoor palette for unity when doors open onto the yard. Cushions, ceramic pots, and outdoor rugs become easy. Seasonal swaps that refresh mood without rebuilding everything. Hardworking furniture multiplies function. A slender cafe table unfolds when guests arrive, then tucks against a wall. Storage benches hide cushions and kids' toys while offering seating. Choose pieces with rounded corners to soften tight circulation paths. Folding chairs and nesting side tables keep options flexible during gatherings. If you love lounging, consider a compact daybed with raised legs for airflow and sweeping views underneath. Versatility reduces clutter, protecting the airy feel you've designed. Texture is the small yard secret sauce. Mix smooth concrete with warm wood, woven rattan, matte ceramics, and feathery grasses. Fine textures read as busy. Coarse textures appear calmer and larger in scale. Place coarser textures near seating zones to ground the scene. Then use finer textures in the distance to create perceived depth. Repeating textures in threes builds cohesion. Seasonal throws and pillow covers add temporary texture shifts without changing permanent materials or hardscape. Pathways guide the eye and the feet. In compact spaces, a straight run can feel abrupt, so try an offset stepping stone path set in gravel. Stagger joints and maintain consistent spacing for rhythm. Choose pale stone to reflect light, brightening shaded corners. For budgets, recycled brick or pavers laid in a herringbone pattern add elegance without extra width. Edge paths with low herbs like thyme or chamomile to release scent with every step. Containers deliver instant structure. Group planters in odd numbers, mixing heights and shapes for a curated look. Use tall, narrow vessels against fences, medium cylinders beside seating, and shallow bowls on tables. Keep finishes cohesive. 2 colors, 1 material family, to avoid clutter. For seasonal drama, rotate thriller-spiller-filler combinations. A sculptural centerpiece, trailing vines and compact companions. Containers also control vigorous species, protecting neighbors and keeping maintenance low for busy weeks and tight schedules. Mirrors amplify light and extend views, but use them carefully outdoors. Position a weatherproof mirror where it reflects greenery, not direct sun, to avoid glare. Frame it like a window to a secret garden, mechanically expanding perceived depth. Surround it with vertical foliage so edges hide naturally. In tiny yards, even a narrow mirrored panel behind a planter doubles lushness. Keep it at human height to maintain intimacy and reduce accidental wildlife collisions. Lighting shapes mood and extends usability. Layer 3 types. Task lighting for cooking or reading, ambient glow for pathways and gatherings, and accent lights for plants or art. Solar spikes keep costs low and simplify installation. String lights look magical, but choose soft, warm temperatures to flatter skin and wood tones. Tuck tiny uplights at the base of grasses or small trees for nighttime drama, casting playful shadows that enlarge the scene after sunset. Water features can be compact and transformative. A slim wall-mounted fountain or a tabletop bubbler masks urban noise and invites birds. Circulating systems conserve water while producing calming motion. Choose dark basins to deepen reflections. The liquid surface becomes a mirror, visually doubling plants nearby. For budget builds, convert a large ceramic pot with a small pump. Keep scale proportional. In a tiny yard, gentle sound complements conversation without overpowering the intimate atmosphere. Create privacy that breathes. Instead of solid panels, try slatted screens, bamboo, or espaliered fruit trees that filter views while admitting breezes. Offset panels in a staggered pattern to block lines of sight without sacrificing daylight. For a modern note, powder-coated metal screens with geometric cutouts cast patterned shadows, functional art that shifts throughout the day. Train climbers through these screens for seasonal softness, making the barrier feel like a living architectural element. balance softness and structure. Grasses like fountain grass, carex, or lomandra sway and catch light, contrasting beautifully with clipped boxwood or dwarf myrtle. Use odd-numbered groupings and vary plant heights to form gentle layers, low ground covers, mid-shrubs, and a single taller accent. In small yards, one strong vertical anchor, a slim tree or trellised vine, adds scale without bulk. This interplay creates movement, a sense of life that keeps compact spaces dynamic. Seasonal interest keeps tiny landscapes fresh year-round. Plan quarterly highlights. Spring bulbs beneath deciduous shrubs, summer herbs in containers, autumn foliage from compact maples or blueberry bushes, and winter structure from evergreens. Swap textiles and lanterns with the seasons to extend the theme affordably. When planning plant choices, stagger bloom times so something delights each month. A rotating herb bar, mint, basil, chives, supports cooking while perfuming the air, inviting daily visits. Smart irrigation saves time and resources. Drip lines or microsprayers water roots precisely, limiting evaporation and splash. Group plants by moisture needs to avoid overwatering. Add a simple timer for consistency during busy weeks or travel. Mulch 2 to 3 inches deep to regulate temperature and suppress weeds. Choose shredded bark for organic beds or gravel for a modern low-maintenance finish. Water in the early morning to reduce disease risk and maximize absorption efficiency. Color psychology matters outside too. Greens calm, blues cool, and citrus tones energize. In tight quarters, use neutrals on big surfaces and confine bolder hues to accents. Planters, textiles, or a compact bistro set. If your home exterior is dark, introduce pale decking or gravel to brighten. Conversely, if your house is light, a charcoal feature wall adds depth. Repeat accent colors in 3 places to feel intentional, not accidental or scattered. Design for sightlines from indoors. Identify the view you see most, perhaps from the kitchen sink or sofa, and place your strongest focal element there. A sculptural pot, a single striking tree, or a built-in bench backed by foliage works beautifully. Align pavers or a runner rug to that focal point to pull the eye outward, making rooms feel larger. When interior and exterior palettes harmonize, the threshold blurs and your yard becomes an extension. Go edible without sacrificing style. Mix dwarf citrus, compact blueberries, and patio tomatoes among ornamentals. Choose variegated herbs like lemon thyme and golden oregano for color and cuisine. Train cucumbers or beans up trellises to free floor space. Use raised trough planters along fences for accessible harvesting. Edibles invite daily interaction, ensuring maintenance happens naturally while trimming grocery costs. Keep soil enriched with compost. Healthy plants resist pests and look lush all season. Budget-friendly upgrades deliver outsized impact. Refresh old furniture with exterior-grade paint and new slatted wood tops. Spray paint mismatched planters in one coordinated tone for instant cohesion. Swap hardware on gates or storage benches for a subtle upscale touch. Source cuttings from friends to populate containers inexpensively. Use pea gravel instead of poured concrete to define zones. Fast, flexible, and forgiving. Small, high-frequency improvements compound visually, achieving a designer feel without premium spending. Think vertical with storage too. Mount slim cabinets or weatherproof boxes high on walls to keep tools and cushions off the ground. Install hooks under benches for lanterns, folding chairs, and garden gloves. A pegboard painted in your accent color can hold trowels and twine while reading as art. Keeping essentials close prevents clutter piles from growing. When every item has a home, small spaces stay serene, and your landscaping shines without distraction. Optimize corners. Many tiny yards waste the diagonal pockets. Tuck a triangular bench into one corner, then float a small round table in front to ease circulation. Plant a columnar tree behind, like a fastigiate hornbeam, to emphasize height. If dining space is tight, mount a drop leaf ledge on the fence. Pair with backless stools that slide fully underneath. Corners become cozy refuges, increasing seating capacity without enlarging the footprint or compressing pathways. Choose patterns strategically. Herringbone brick underfoot adds classic energy, while wide decking boards laid perpendicular to the long axis stretch dimensions visually. On textiles, stick to one hero motif, pinstripes, botanicals, or geometrics, and keep others quiet to avoid clutter. Patterns should guide movement or spotlight zones, not compete for attention. If you're unsure, unify with solid cushions and introduce pattern through a single outdoor rug that anchors and frames your primary gathering area. Create microhabitats for pollinators. Even small planters support bees and butterflies when filled with nectar-rich blooms like salvia, verbena, or echinacea. Add a shallow water dish with pebbles for landing spots. Avoid pesticides. Opt for hand-picking pests and encouraging beneficial insects with diverse plantings. Biodiversity is a design asset. Movement, sound, and seasonal change enrich the experience. When your garden hums with life, tiny becomes captivating, and the landscape feels abundantly generous. If your yard bakes in sun, craft shade without bulk. Shade sails triangulate elegantly between house, fence, and pole, leaving ground uncluttered. A narrow pergola with open rafters softens light while preserving sky views. Grow vines like passionflower or hops for seasonal cooling and winter light. Position seating where dappled shade falls during peak heat. Thoughtful shade management expands usable hours, making your compact oasis welcoming from midday espresso to late-night chats. For privacy from above, consider a green canopy. Columnar trees in large containers create lofty screens without devouring width. Choose slow-growing, well-behaved species suitable for pots, and elevate containers on risers to aid drainage. Interplant with trailing ivy to cloak bases. A layered canopy softens neighboring windows and frames the sky like artwork. This vertical choreography enhances intimacy, encouraging longer visits outdoors because the space feels protected, balanced, and beautifully composed. Acoustic comfort is designed too. Soft surfaces absorb sound, so use outdoor rugs, cushions, and dense plantings around hard boundaries. A gentle water bubbler masks distant traffic. When seating, angle conversation nooks away from noisy streets to reduce direct sound paths. On fences, mount felt-backed panels or climbing plants to break reflections. The result is a quieter, more private atmosphere, critical in small spaces where every footstep and whisper carries farther than expected. Choose materials that weather gracefully. In compact yards, patina shows up everywhere, so select finishes that improve with age. Cedar, teak, galvanized steel, and quality powder coating. Seal wood initially, then allow a soft silvering if you like a coastal vibe. Use stainless hardware to avoid streaks. Durable choices reduce maintenance costs, keeping your budget focused on plants and seasonal styling. Timeless materials support timeless design, ensuring your tiny landscape ages elegantly. Plan circulation like choreography. Map primary paths 2 people wide where possible, and secondary paths 1 person wide with occasional passing bays. Curve gently to reveal moments, but avoid tight zigzags that feel busy. Keep furniture legs off main routes and allow door swings to clear fully. When movement feels effortless, space reads as luxurious, an essential illusion for small backyards. Good flow transforms a series of elements into a seamless, engaging experience. Work with your climate. In hot, dry regions, pair silver-leaved plants, crushed granite, and drought-tolerant sages for low water use. In humid zones, emphasize airflow with slatted furniture and mildew-resistant fabrics. Cold climates benefit from evergreens, architectural branches, and heated lanterns that warm hands. Adapt irrigation to rainfall patterns and choose regionally proven varieties. Design is problem-solving with style. When a garden thrives naturally, it looks intentional, resilient, and effortlessly beautiful year-round. Add art that withstands weather. A small metal sculpture, ceramic totem, or mosaic stepping stone offers year-round focus when flowers rest. Choose pieces with strong silhouettes that read clearly from indoors and out. Mount art slightly off-center to feel discovered rather than staged. Repeat materials from nearby furniture or planters for cohesion. Art personalizes even the tiniest yard, transforming it from generic to memorable, and creating conversation starters during intimate gatherings. Bake in layers for nighttime warmth. Start with path glows, add lanterns at seating height, and finish with a single statement light, perhaps a pendant above the bistro table. Dim everything slightly. Lower levels flatter plants and faces. Solar options reduce wiring costs, while rechargeable lanterns move wherever needed. This approach turns small spaces into evening lounges, expanding your home's functional square footage without construction. Value that shows up daily, socially, and emotionally. Use symmetry sparingly. Two identical planters flanking a bench feel calm, but mirror too much and the space becomes stiff. Aim for near symmetry. Balanced weights with slight variation in plant form or color. Asymmetry with a strong anchor also works. One bold urn balanced by a cluster of smaller pots. These choices introduce sophistication while maintaining welcome. In tiny landscapes, refined restraint reads as luxury, aligning perfectly with the spirit of luxury home decor. Maximize storage with beauty. Build a slim seat wall with lift-up lids for gardening tools, board games, and outdoor blankets. Clad it in the same decking material for continuity. Add discreet vents to prevent mustiness. Inside, use labeled bins so seasonal decor swaps happen quickly. When items are easy to reach, you'll style frequently, keeping the yard evolving with trends and seasons. Organization is the hidden engine behind effortless outdoor elegance. Introduce movement for life and play. Wind-friendly plants, Pennisetum, miscanthus, feathery asparagus fern, create gentle motion that makes space feel bigger and more alive. A hanging chair or compact glider adds kinetic delight without hogging floor area. Even a small set of wind chimes, tuned softly, can layer ambience. The goal is a multisensory retreat where light, sound, and touch collaborate, turning a modest footprint into a memorable restorative ritual every time you step outside. Define edges meticulously. Clean separations between gravel, mulch, and planting beds keep small yards polished. Use metal edging for crisp lines or recycled brick laid soldier style for classic charm. The clearer the edges, the calmer the composition reads. This clarity also simplifies maintenance. You'll mow, sweep, and refresh mulch faster, leaving more time to enjoy. In compact designs, precision is luxury. Tiny details communicate craftsmanship and elevate every moment spent outdoors. Plan for guests with flexible seating, stackable chairs, clip-on side tables, and a rolling bar cart adapt instantly from quiet mornings to lively evenings. Keep a collapsible umbrella nearby for sudden sun or drizzle. Use washable covers so upkeep stays easy. When your tiny backyard hosts comfortably, it becomes the jewel of your home. Proof that elegance isn't about size, it's about intention and flow, thoughtfully curated for everyday living and occasional celebration. Sustainability adds depth and meaning. Capture rainwater in a slim barrel, compost kitchen scraps for nutrient-rich soil, and repurpose materials where possible. Choose native plants to support local wildlife and reduce water needs. Solar lighting and rechargeable batteries cut energy costs. Sustainability isn't a compromise. It's a design direction that feels grounded and smart. In small spaces, responsible choices are visible everywhere, telling a story of care that guests immediately sense and appreciate. Keep maintenance realistic. A small yard should refresh you, not overwhelm. Choose slow-growing shrubs, self-cleaning flowering plants, and ground covers that outcompete weeds. Schedule quick weekly rituals. 5 minutes to tidy cushions, 10 to spot water containers, and seasonal half-days for pruning and mulching. Store tools within arm's reach. When care becomes a habit rather than a chore, your landscaping stays consistently beautiful, supportive of daily life, and ready for spontaneous company any day. Budget tip: prioritize big impact surfaces first. Tame the ground plane with gravel or decking, then invest in one striking piece, an oversized planter, statement chair, or slim water feature. Layer in secondary items over time: lanterns, side tables, and plants from cuttings or sales. This phased approach protects your wallet while ensuring every stage looks intentional. The result feels curated, not piecemeal, and your confidence grows alongside the garden. Small, smart steps build lasting luxury. Before we close, imagine your tiny backyard as the home's heartbeat, a place to sip morning coffee, grow herbs, and gather close friends. With layered heights, thoughtful color, and adaptable furniture, every square inch contributes to comfort and style. If these ideas sparked inspiration, join our community at Luxury Home Decor. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel Luxury Home Decor for more smart, beautiful design ideas tailored to real life. Your outdoor sanctuary awaits.